we have lost touch with our masses because the masses can't afford our theaters. So there's a massive gap. Even as makers, we are faltering. There is definitely a bit of a disconnect between the mass and us. Priyanka Chopra didn't need me to be where she is today. The character is a jewel thief. The name of the film is Jewel Thief, The Heist Begins. We've not touched the old classic and we've let that be. I would rather that my work is known more than me. जितना deserve करता हूँ उतना मिल रहा है. When they step in front of camera, my frame lights up. 2000 and before that, there was a star that used to drive a film. I think today there are actors that drive. Daniel Craig, for that matter, before he came and became James Bond, if you see his previous work, one would have really imagined that, oh, is Daniel Craig going to be the next
he
Bond?
He could be the man. Now allow me to take these names in front of the camera so you know the perspective I'm coming from. Prince the film starring Vivek Oberoi, Big Bull starring Abhishek Bachchan, Visfort of course starring Ritesh Deshmukh and Fardeen Khan. Then you have Dhokha Around the Corner starring Apar Shakti Khurana, you had R. Madhavan in it, and now Jewel Thieves starring one and only Nawab of Bollywood, that is Saif Ali Khan, and of course Jaideep Ahlawat. You know these names really well, but the man behind all these names and behind all these creative endeavors, I don't know why he tends to shy away from cameras and why he is not as popular as someone like Karan Johar or Ekta Kapoor, though he's given us so many credible projects and endeavors which are as entertaining as they are different, they are experimentative. Joining me now, Kookie Gulati, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, man. Such a nice introduction.
But this is an honest introduction. I mean, all these genres that I see, I see a spectrum in them. Look at Prince, look at Big Bull, look at Dhokha Around the Corner, look at Visfort, and now Jewel Thief. The spectrum is humongous, and there are shades there. And yet the man behind all these endeavors are not as known as the endeavors that you have dished out. The reason being?
I have no clue. But I am very happy that this is the case. I would rather that my work is known more than me.
Wow.
I mean, that's I would rather that the work defines me rather than I define the work. So I'm very, very happy that I have this. Also, it has maybe also helped me not get slotted.
Not get slotted.
Yeah,
Put in a box.
कि ये सिर्फ थ्रिलर अच्छी बनाता है तो उसको थ्रिलर ही दो. Yeah, that kind of thing. And it's also then let me experiment with a lot of scripts and ideas.
Yeah.
And I think that's been a boon. So not being known but my work being known, I don't think there's a better thing that can happen.
Correct.
So I'm actually very happy, and as I said, more happier because now I get to do any film without being really slotted. So
Right.
so that kind of what people see and makers see, they know me, thankfully. That's why I've been hired by as a director by.
No, within the industry, you're a well-known name, a renowned name rather.
Yeah. So whether it's Ajay Devgan,
But when
who's
it comes
produced,
to
masses, I think. When I came back after Prince, I took a long gap.
Correct.
And by the time I came back, unfortunately, COVID happened.
Yeah.
And things went on OTT. तो जब तक मैं एक बड़ी ब्लॉकबस्टर 100 करोड़ की पिक्चर नहीं बना दूंगा शायद, तब तक तो जितना डिजर्व करता हूँ उतना मिल रहा है. So I'll have to do that. Theaters are opening up, but it's also a tough time at the theaters currently. So I guess I'll wait for that. I'll wait for my big blockbuster to come in a theater. Hopefully then people will get to know me.
Already done Big Bull. You're waiting for a big blockbuster.
Yeah.
Tell me, Jewel Thief is a very interesting name. Just on the face of it, initially I thought it is a remake of the old one.
Yeah.
Starring none other than the great Devanand Saab. But it is not. I also expected there could be motifs from that particular classic in your film, but you insist that no such thing.
No, there's nothing. It's just that the character is a jewel thief, and the name of the film is Jewel Thief, The Heist Begins. It is about a heist. It is about a jewel thief, and therefore I think the name Jewel Thief, the heist begins.
Correct.
We've not touched the old classic, and we've let that be. This was a brainchild of Siddharth Anand. I think he's been working on the script for a bit, and he has a vision for this film
Ji.
and a thought for this film, which is what I was brought in for. I think he saw something in my work that he thought that okay, he can bring that scale and what his thought were. So that's why I was taken for this film. But coming back to your original question, no, there's no connection.
And of course, you have Saif Ali Khan and you have Jaideep Ahlawat. These are two different actors, perhaps from two different school of thoughts. Saif is he's seen as very angrez, someone who experiments a lot with his filmography. If you see, he's willing to take risks. And fortunately, he belongs to that bracket where he does not have to carry the burden of being a huge star. Therefore, there is no burden of, churning or minting hundreds and thousands of crore. And you have Jaideep Ahlawat, straight out of the success of Patal Lo. These two different energies, what was it like to work with them, to handle them, to direct them?
Firstly, like you said for Saif, that he's so versatile. I would say so is Jaideep. Both are immensely versatile and amazing actors. Jaideep Ahlawat, what you will see in our film, and if you've seen in the song that's released, Jadoo, and
Correct.
you see him dance
You
in
made
it,
him dance.
Yeah.
There you go.
and that coolness that he's brought to this
Correct.
film. So I think they both are extremely versatile. And they're very very good at their craft, and they're very very talented in and working with both of them, even though they seem very different.
Yeah.
Their qualities as actors and the way they know their job is very similar. So they are at a level which is completely different. I mean, when they step in front of camera, my frame lights up.
They transform.
They just completely.
Yeah.
It really lights up the frame. They both know their jobs so well. They're so well studied of their characters and what's happening, and so involved in the in what is going on. Like they know every beat, everything about them. So for me, it becomes much easier, and I have to just then inspire them to just get a little more out from
Correct.
what they're doing. But yeah.
What are
they're
their
just-
respective star qualities? The reason I pose this question is because masses see Saif Ali Khan as a star material, like A-lister. You have Jaideep Ahlawat, A-lister in a different sense of the term, because he is more seen as an actor, like very serious actor. Is that the norm, or do you think that's not correct because their methodology is somewhere aligned and somewhere they distinguish themselves as performers in different categories?
Being a star, and that star quality, as you say, 2000 and before that, there was a star that used to drive a film. I think today there are actors that drive a film. So the way people are wanting to watch movies has changed. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि जयदीप स्टार नहीं है. He is also a very big star.
In his own right.
Absolutely. But what's happened is that you have to be a good actor now.
Gee.
I mean,
You
that
cannot get away with
you
that.
can't get
You
away.
cannot hide.
Just can't. So stardom now is a very different game. It's a very different perception of a star.
Yeah.
So हमारे जो OGs हैं, जैसे सैफ है, सलमान,
Shahrukh.
शाहरुख, these guys are stars and superstars in their own rights. Today, to become that star, those kind of films that have stardom is very different. We are doing very different kind of films, right? So not to say that they were not good actors and they were only stars. Of course they used to do that, but the way they are being presented and way things are happening now is different. So would you say Rajkumar Rao is a star or an actor?
He's a star actor.
Exactly. So I think that today that's what's going to work. Jaideep Ahlawat is a star actor, and so is Saif Ali Khan. He might be a star, but he's actually an amazing actor with amazing versatility.
True.
He's done Omkara, he's done, I mean, you just name it, the kind of films he's done, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So there was an inherent actor within him. वो स्टार था तो there was a Saif Ali Khan playing the roles. Now there's an actor playing the roles. You know, so I think star and the way we look at stars is very different today.
We're using the word star, but we cannot miss out on a word which is star maker. And you are a star maker in the truest sense of the word. I mean, you worked on Ishq Vishk.
Yeah.
Shahid was very young there. You actually created that platform for Priyanka also. She came into this industry via your album.
Yeah.
What was it like? Was it always there, that star quality? Could you capture that star quality early on, or some actors also surprise you in that sense of the word?
You know, of course, one needs to have an eye to see somebody,
Right.
and it's the every director will look at that actor through a different lens, in a different way. So
Right.
maybe I'm gifted with that lens where I see a
Potential.
a potential or something in a person where I feel that, oh, if I can do this to that person, then something good will happen.
True.
But eventually, I become a medium.
Hmm.
Priyanka Chopra didn't need me to do be where she is today. If it was not Cookie, it would have been somebody else.
She would still have been Priyanka
She would
Chopra.
have still been Priyanka Chopra. So I think that yeah, my timing was great, that we just met each other at the right time in terms of what I needed and the kind of album I was doing, the music video I was doing for Diler Mendi. She
Yeah.
completely fit the bill.
Yeah.
And I wanted an actress, and I found an actress who was very good looking, and then who was also then just not even Miss India actually. Then she got became Miss India.
Yeah.
After I shot, and then Miss World,
Miss
and then
World.
now
Yeah.
she's whoever she is. So I think that at any point, maybe I have a lens to
But
to
what
see.
does that lens capture? For example, when you say someone like Shahid Kapoor, is it the dance skill? Is it the spark? Is it the
So
spontaneity?
Ishq Vishk, I would attribute that to Ken Ghosh. Actually. Ken had that eye for Shahid and Amrita. Though Amrita was launched in a music video with me before Ishq
There you
Vishk,
go.
but it was Ken who found Shahid and them. So I think that's what I probably learned from Ken also. You know, that how he sees something and it helped me. I really can't pinpoint what it is. It's just you have to just look deep.
Hmm.
You have to see beyond the person.
Hmm.
You know, and I don't know how I probably do it. I don't know
Beyond the obvious.
beyond the obvious. You know, like when somebody sends me an audition, I'm actually looking much beyond that audition. So the audition could be really bad.
Not just what is seen and what is being said. Beyond that.
Correct. The audition actually could be bad, but there is something that I see that I like a lot. You know, which is much better. I feel that no, this guy is not actually hit his potential in this audition, and he has something there.
Correct.
So that X factor, I don't know. Maybe I'm gifted or I have that within me. I never thought about it.
Ji.
So I have not studied it in great detail that I'm going to do this. I think there are certain things that you just come naturally.
Correct.
And that's a talent that
Someone
one
like
has.
Vivek Oberoi, who was seen as the next Shah Rukh Khan, was in your film, and what a film that really was. Very different, very ahead of its time, I would say.
So again, nobody saw Vivek in that kind of a role or part. You know, when I met Vivek, I shot a song for Pyare Mohan with Induji in it was many years ago, where I met Vivek, and me and him got on really well.
Yeah.
You know, and after some time, he told me, "Cookie, let's do something together."
Ji.
I think you, as a director, you have you say things differently. You know, you have that thing with you. So if you have some good script, you let me know. And when Prince happened, I took it to Kumar Torani from Tips, and then I told him that I think I can talk to Vivek about it. And he said, "But Vivek has not done something like this." I said, "No, I think he'll be very good, and he's very focused. He'll build his body language. He's a great actor. So for somebody who's a very good actor, they can mold themselves into anything.
Correct.
You know, like Daniel Craig, for that matter, before he came and became James Bond. If you see his previous work, one would have really imagined that, oh, is Daniel Craig going to be the next
he
Bond?
could be the man. Yeah.
So I guess when you're a good actor and you know your job, you can mold yourself into anything, and that's what I think Vivek also did. And I think we worked well together for Prince. So
I must put this question to you. You made Jaideep Alawat dance. My goodness, that's unbelievable. Last I saw him dance was in his film with Vidyut Jamal. That was in Commando. But he played that very grey character. In fact, he was a villain. Here in this one, he's looking very quirky, very interesting, very engaging. How did you do that?
the part about dancing is that song Jadoo was it's a promotional song, and the way we have integrated everybody in the film, I really wanted all of them to be in that song. All our characters, which was Kunal Kapoor, Nikita, Jaideep, and of course Saif. And to be very honest with you, even I didn't know how he could dance. And I would give that a lot of credit to Piyush and Saj who are choreographers, who got him to that point. We were all clapping when we saw him dance. The kind of swag he brought to that dance step.
Right.
Uh, I still don't know whether he's a good dancer or not, but I just want to watch him. you know,
Yeah.
and he did that part, that step so well,
Yeah.
because it is just it's he's an actor, man. He's an actor of another
More than
level.
actor, he looks like a seasoned star.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So now Star is usko. I think he got this opportunity and he took it with, like he said, boss. He grabbed it, and he said, "I want me to dance. I'll dance."
He
Part
grabbed
of
it with both hands.
and
There you
how,
go.
man, he's performed
Yeah.
brilliantly. In fact, in that song, even to see Saif back in his element, it's so good.
So
Nikita
true.
has not been seen like this.
Correct.
I think the way we kind of presented her was very nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, Piyush Sajaya did a fantastic job in the choreography so that all these things could come out. And Sid's vision on all these characters, and the whole styling and the way that we could do it today. Even if I have a thought or whatever, I need a very good producer who gets me.
Correct.
Correct.
Very important.
Very, very important, right? I mean, the producer can't be an Excel sheet, right? It has to be a human who I'm interacting with, and there I have a person who's the king of this game, literally.
Absolutely.
Siddharth Anand, who I would say something and he say, you know what, you're right, let's up it. So,
Wow. Yeah.
so that kind of a thing I think brought massively collaborative effort to bring this film together.
My last question for someone who's worked on, say, Ishq Vishk and Big Bull, and again, all these names are popping up. Dokar on the Corner, because these are fantastic, varied names. You also have Miss Fort and now Jewel Thief. I must put this question to you because I need to draw this perspective from you. Where are we going wrong as the industry as far as Bollywood goes? Why we are not making stories that are engaging for the masses? Why we are not rooted as opposed to the cinema? And this is a constant parallel and complaint that comes up, is that while the South films are very relevant for the masses, Bollywood is moving miles away from that, and that is seen as a failure. Are you still hopeful as a maker, as a director, or do you think there are some cause for concerns there which need to be addressed very effectively, and some steps, necessary steps, have to be taken?
There's a massive gap for affordable cinema, massive gap, and I hope somebody uh, jumps into it. It's a massive opportunity. We have lost touch with our masses because the masses can't afford our theaters only. So there's a massive gap. Films we are making are not bad, they're good. The thing in the South is those theaters, that public, they're still going to theaters. So therefore, the actors, the directors, the producers are still connected to them. We have somewhere gone into, we've got great theaters, no doubt. I mean, PVR, I know, this is very fancy, but the mass is not coming in. So the way we are also looking, we are catering to these people, but we are forgetting our masses. So we need a good theater that will fill this gap, and then which will allow people to see different movies and things like that. Having said that, even as makers, we are faltering. Uh, there is definitely a bit of a disconnect between the mass and us, and some of our actors. and the Excel sheet culture.
True.
So
When you say
we-
Excel sheet culture, it's corporate culture.
Excel sheet could be corporate or not. I mean, corporate
is
is
it
everything is
micro-
corporate now.
Micromanagement.
Microman. I mean, saying that this actor will get this number,
Yeah.
so we'll cast him. Then we will make the film around that,
Correct.
what he likes and she likes, and
The
so
peripheral stuff.
yeah. So that is wrong. I think that that Excel sheet is not right. The the pen and paper is the right
And the
one.
emotions.
Yeah. So Word is good. Final Draft is good. Excel is not. For as
Yeah.
far as filmmaking is concerned,
Nicely put.
write good content. Get a producer on board who is as passionate about the film. Then cast a film. Then make a film. Which is what I experienced in Jewel Thief with a producer like Siddhartha and Mamta, who were from the culture of making a movie, and not an Excel sheet. So,
Not just a project.
no, and they've gone out of the way to give this film scale and everything beyond even their means. Actually, he's gone much beyond to try and make this film as good and as entertaining for people as he could.
What solution you could perhaps offer to be able to take things back on the track?
As I said, theaters need to come in which are affordable, which will let see a 7 on 10 or 8 on 10 movie is not bad. Yeah. I still enjoy it. They're good movies. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as it entertains me, everything doesn't have to be RRR or Chhawa or Stree or Jawan or Pathan. I mean, you can't have all movies doing those. Okay, only 500 crore films are working. Where's that 50 to 100 crore bracket?
Where is that Pico? Where is that Badhaio?
Exactly. So, but that is that 50 to 100 crore, that bracket that we hit, numbers that allows us to make so many more movies, will come if the masses come, and that the cost of watching a movie has to be addressed. I think that is one of the biggest problems.
I hope the masses turn up for Jewel Thief, and I
Yes.
hope that you entertain the masses
It's on
with
Netflix.
Jewel Thief.
Yes.
It's on Netflix, of course, and of course numbers will be healthy there, given the theme of it, the way it is presented, and of course the novelty factor of it. Thank you so much, Kookie Gulati.
Thanks, man.
You
So
have
nice
been
talking
making
to you.
films which
Yes.
are very different, very entertaining. I hope you keep doing stuff and also keep shining even in front of the camera.
Thanks.
Thank
Thank you. Thanks.